Chat. VOD boys, welcome to France. Welcome back to France, brother. Welcome back to France. It's a bird boy afternoon. Oh. I think one of the cats, I think Alex heard that we were doing a bird game and he sprinted in. Alex? The boys are all excited for bird game. Hopefully that library fucker doesn't show up again, because that annihilated my voice last stream. Holy shit.
Welcome to the library.
So, what say you to getting back on into it, brother? Let's find Steam real quick and launch her up. Bird game, begin, stream, change. Look at that, it's my Ghost in the Shell wallpaper. Alright. Get out of here. Options, we have to... I don't know why we have to, like, do this every single time. There we go. Continue. Alright. When last we left, we had some more evidence to gather. Where should we go? Oh, yes, the Louvre. Okay, so the king or summit was going around and someone killed him. And yeah, that's it. Okay, let's go to oh, that's right, R&M Associates. So we wanted to go there and talk to a guy who we believe, or like a lead, has led us here, but there was no time to check it out beforehand because the trial was beginning. So now we can go and find follow up this lead.
Oh, customers!
What does Mousy sound like again? I don't know. Hello. This is the officer of Renard Vulpes.
Ah! It's you two!
Oh yeah, we had a message to deliver. We were like, the eagle has left the nest or something like that. Mousy, what are you doing here?
Oh, this is where I work. See, R&M, Renard and Mousy. Monsieur Renard Vulpes and I carry out all sorts of investigations together. Although, to be completely honest, it's normally Monsieur Vulpes who chooses which cases to take on.
Mousy, we have a message for you. It's from Prince Juan himself. He wants to know if the birds have flown south for the winter, whatever that means.
Oh, yes, yes!
See? He says it. He is a Skaven.
Oh, yes, yes, the birds have migrated successfully. But if Prince Juan told you that, then that must mean he trusts you. He must want you to take these. Go on, take them, take them.
These are used train ticket stubs. It looks like two people took a railway trip to Vienna. What exactly is the point of this, Mousy?
Prince Juan said that they would help with the trial. See the names.
Oh, shit. Gautier Signy, Nicole Signy. Wasn't this like, Chion? Yeah, we put it through the translator and it was like, Chion. I recognize the surname, but I don't know who these people are.
Oh, neither do I, really. Prince Juan just told me to book train tickets for these people, and then to make sure they caught the train. And so, that's what I did.
Strange. I'm not sure exactly how these stubs are supposed to help with the trial, but I'll keep hold of them just in case. Ticket stubs have been added to your evidence folder. Let's go, Sparrison. I'm done playing courier. Good call. I think we have a week, or like 3 days or something like that. So let's go and talk to the prison. Talk to the prison, yeah. Let's go talk to our suspect. No, not allowed. Hello? Can we talk to my suspect, please? My witness. My client. Nah. We are never going back here ever again to the library. Not after the incident. Is he in the courthouse, maybe? A little early, aren't we? Just scoping the place out. Come on, Falcon, we've got investigating to do. Alright, we go to one of these three, I guess. So what's in our, like, inventory? Can we check those real quick? The Louvre Palace. Chocolate Emporium. And Madame Quanelle's. I say we go back to the crime scene. What say you? Have another little cheeky gander. Falcon and Sparrowson once again find themselves in the Place de Carousel, just outside the Louvre. So, which exhibitions are we visiting today? I think we've found everything of value here we can possibly find. Let's not loiter. Okay, so where shall we go next? Looks like that porcupine fellow has left the building. Did you want to ask him something? Nothing in particular. Just wanted more details on this Renard Vulpes, but I suppose we'll have to leave it for now. Oh god, we've wasted the whole day, haven't we? Fuck! I think we've bothered Monsieur Rubino enough. Let's move elsewhere. We all done here? Fuck, I guess so. God damn it, what a waste of a day. Well... back to the office, I guess. I'm feeling pretty confident about this case. The big picture is coming together nicely. We didn't manage to work out what Prince Juan was hiding, but that's okay. I'm sure everything will go smoothly at the trial. We've still got one day until the trial, but how to spend it? I suppose we could revisit the Louvre, or maybe we should just play some cards at Le Canard Joyeux. Something wrong, Sparrowson? You're being unusually quiet. Falcon, we need to talk. What's up? See, I was doing some thinking. Dangerous thing to do, I know. Anyway, I realized that we were missing a crucial piece of evidence. What evidence would that be? Well, we know that Major Hal consumed a piece of chocolate before he died, and we know that he died of poisoning. But we still aren't sure that the chocolate was the cause. That's true. If we keep pushing the chocolate theory, Cocorico will almost certainly bring that up. So I thought to myself, if one were to consume the wrapper itself, then that may provide proof whether it contains traces of poison. Well, sure. That could work, but it would be incredibly foolish. Wait, but you're thinking of eating the wrapper, Sparrowson? Maybe. Well, stop those thoughts right now. I'm not going to let you potentially kill yourself like that. I knew you'd say that. It's why I already consumed the wrapper. 45 fucking minutes ago! Oh, Falcon, you absolute fucking idiot. He's dead! He's dead! He vanished. Sparrowson! Sparrowson! Doctor, is Sparrowson okay?
Well, he's not conscious right now, but he's stable. I think it's safe to say that your friend is not on his deathbed.
Oh, thank God.
How did you say this happened again?
It's a long story. Lowering occupational hazard. Doctor, can you tell me what poison caused this?
I have no idea. I'm an expert in mental health, not toxicology. But I have sent for a specialist who should be here by tomorrow morning. He will make a full assessment.
That's good to hear. Thanks, Doctor. Take good care of him.
Wait a moment. That's a matter of the bill. The bill. Do you understand? Because I'm a big bird.
We'll have to discuss it later. I have an important case to prepare for, and I'm one partner down.
I see. Well, rest assured that your friend is in good hands.
This is terrible. What the hell was Sparrison's thinking? I can't win a case like this.
You have finally found you.
Did someone say something?
Running around like a headless chicken. You're one tricky lawyer to find.
I don't know who this character is. I'm just gonna do this, like, incognito voice.
I told you to drop the investigation, but you just wouldn't listen.
Who's speaking? I can't see you, Monsieur. Step forward.
All right, I'll step forward. But it will be the last thing you'll ever see.
Ah! I'm dead. He whipped him in the soup.
Au revoir, JJ.
Goodbye, Jojo. What just happened? Where am I? Am I dead? No, that can't be right. This is just nighttime. I'm just sleeping. If I focus and count to 3, I should be able to wake up. 1, 2, 3. See, it's like dream filter. Did it work? Ah, Dame Catalan. I can't believe how easy you were to fool. Oh, actually, no. What's her voice like? She was like,
I can't believe how...
No, she wasn't a goblin.
I can't believe how easy you were to fool. I put on a cutesy voice acting all innocent, and you ate the whole thing up.
Shut up. Shut up. I don't need to be lectured by... I thought... I misread that. I thought it said, shut up, I don't need to be lectured by a woman. I don't know why I thought it said that. I don't need to be lectured by a murderer.
I'm the murderer. Why, Monsieur Falcon, it was your accusations that put Baron Rousseau on death row, it did.
It wasn't my fault. Hey, where are you going? Out of my way, Severin. I'm not done talking to Dame Catalan.
Wasn't my fault. Is that the excuse you make after all your failures?
I'm not making excuses.
Failure after failure after failure. No desire to improve yourself. You're a joke of a lawyer, JJ.
Don't call me JJ.
That's all you have to say? How pathetic.
It's like that anime meme, and he looks down, and you can see like the tip of his beak, and just 2 eyes on the side, and it's like pathetic.
You don't even deserve to stand in your grandfather's shadow.
My grandfather? I'll prove you wrong. I can do better. Oh, it's you, Sparrison. Have you come to berate me too?
What? No, I'm just here to tell you to wake up. Wake up, Monsieur. Wake up. Hey, can you hear me? I said wake up. A new day dawns.
Pont de Arts. Shut up. It's Toisson. Oh shit, what's this guy's name again? I mean, what's this guy's accent again? Come on, Monsieur, wake up. I say wake up, you're starting to worry me. Oh, thank goodness. I wasn't sure whether I would have to find a doctor or a mortician. Yay. Ugh. My head. Where am I? The Pont d'Art. You know, by the Louvre in Paris. France. I just fish you out of the Seine. Nearly broke my rod doing it. Wait, I know you. You're that disrespectful lawyer guy. Giro Falco or something. What time is it? Actually, what day is it? You eat your head pretty hard, huh? It's the 21st of January, and around 9 o'clock in the morning by my reckoning. 21st? 9 o'clock? Oh no, the trial! I should have been at the court to the lawyer land 10 minutes ago. Well, you're running late, but take it easy, Monsieur. I'm sure they'll be understanding. Maybe if I sprint it. In your condition, that would be stupid. Take a seat, clear your head. I'll go get some dry clothes. No time. Wait, monsieur, at least take this before you go. What's this? A dip pen? No, wait, it's a modern fountain pen. Bone handle, gold nib. This is very fancy. Thanks, monsieur, but this isn't mine. Really? Are you sure? You are holding it pretty tightly when I found you? I was holding this. Then, I suppose it has to be mine. Fountain pen has been added to your evidence folder. Thanks, fisherman. I owe you one. I'm not a fucking fisherman, you racist piece of shit. This motherfucker. It's 9 o'clock. I believe it's time for the roll call. Is the defense not present? Such unprofessionalism. If there's no defense, then this trial cannot proceed any further. We must make a ruling based on the evidence that has already been presented. I will now converse with the jury. We shall decide whether Prince Juan is guilty of murdering Major Hal and of conspiring to murder the king. Your Honor, may I have a word? Fine, but make it quick. I'm a firm believer that a trial must be orderly and punctual. There is no room for wishy-washy dilly-dallying, but it seems somewhat rash to end a trial session the moment it is due to start. Perhaps it would be prudent to wait 5 or 10 minutes in case the defense is just a little tardy. Then the trial still has a chance to proceed, and justice will be served. I heard that if the prosecutor doesn't arrive in 15 minutes, you're allowed to go home. Did everyone have that, like, exact same, like, that one person in, like, school or university that's like, yo, dude, I heard that the lecturer is 15 minutes late. You can actually just, like, you don't even have to be here. They won't even care. So I went to a university on a military barracks, right? So I did my university through the army. And going to your uni classes was incredibly important. It was a place of parade. So it was basically like, it is your job to go to university. You have to go. And if you don't go, you will be court-martialed, basically, or you'll be charged. And, yeah, like, I guess that, they're not here. Yet, you're allowed to leave because of, like, the 15-minute thing. I guess that became a lot more relevant because, if you didn't go to your lectures and they did call the roll, because they did it every now and then, and occasionally a sergeant or a warrant officer or someone like that would go to the lecture room and get the lecturer to read out the roll or take the roll. And if you weren't there, you get fucked up. One of my friends, like, got docked a day's pay for not going to a lecture. He also, like, it's not like he was running late or anything. He just didn't fucking go. And of course, like, we all skipped lectures. It's like, I'm not going to this fucking one. This one sucks. There was a specific lecture. Oh, shit. I shouldn't say this story because my mum is watching these VODs. But, oh, well, I'm going to tell it anyway. There was a specific lecture or a tute that I had to go to. And there was an assignment due that day. And I totally forgot about it. So I just didn't go. And I sent them an email being like, oh, sorry, I didn't make it to the lecture. I went to the RAP, or like the on-base hospital, basically. It's like, yeah, sorry, I couldn't make it. I went to RAP. And that technically wasn't a lie. I went to the RAP that morning. I didn't go there during the lecture or anything like that, but I did go that morning, so I technically didn't lie. And then I spent that afternoon doing the assignment, and I did it I did it that afternoon, and I didn't submit it until like 3 days later because I literally just could not get the email of the professor or whatever. But I had an email trail of me, like, chasing up the email, so I would have submitted it on the day that it was due, technically. So I skipped a class to do the assignment that was due in that class. But that was the worst thing I did. Like, I didn't do anything bad. That was like the worst thing I did in uni, I guess. I can't think of me doing anything like academically bad that was worse than that, which I guess is a good thing. Anyway,
You're the prosecution, are you not? Have you nothing to worry about? You have nothing to worry about. A guilty verdict is all but guaranteed. Your Honor, you appear confused. I'm not here to secure a guilty verdict. Of course you are. You're a prosecutor. By definition, you're here to prosecute. No, my job description is to prosecute, but I am here in this courtroom to ensure that justice is served.
Excuse me, I had a hiccup.
An unfair and unbalanced trial is not in the spirit of justice. That's very noble of you, but if the defense is absent, then there's little that can be done. I'll hear no more about this matter. I will now talk with the The defense is,
Hang on, my accent, shit. What's his accent again?
The defense is present, Your Honor. You're too late, Falcon. Mon Dieu, JJ, you look like a total mess. Did you take a morning swim in the Seine or something?
Something, like that?
Your Honor, we are all present. We are only 3 minutes over schedule. Let's not needlessly dirty the pure name of justice. Rules are rules, prosecutor. Falcon clearly has no respect for legal procedure. Frankly, for turning up, we're looking like a drowned rat. I ought to hold him in contempt of court. Your Honor. But, Your Honor, rules are rules. One more word out of either of you, and I shall have you both disbarred. It's a pity. The King of France was most looking forward to standing behind the witness podium. The King of France, he's here. Are we not doing the trial after all? Oh, that's a pity. Your Majesty, what a surprise. You see, it's my 7th time testifying against a would-be assassin. But it is the first time seeing a trial where the case is ended before it's even began. Well, the defense, he was late and, bish sports France had become a great and dignified kingdom through rigorous punctuality. Let's go ahead with the trial. It'll be fun. Look, I'll say the oath to get us started. I swear to speak without hatred and without fear, to tell the whole truth and nothing but the truth. Did I get it right? That was perfect, Your Majesty. JJ, I trust you have no objections with the king testifying?
No objections here. Go ahead with the trial, it's fine with me.
And surely you wouldn't stand in the way of the king, would you, Your Honor? Gah! Fine. Proceed with this cursed trial. Excellent. Now, Your Majesty, could you tell us your activities on the day of the murder? My activities? Well, I started my day with tea and toast as I normally do. I was dressed in my PJs at the time. I think you can skip ahead a little. Perhaps your arrival at the Louvre. Ah, right, of course. Well, my entourage and I entered through the Louvre south entrance at 9 o'clock. We passed through the door with little fanfare. At the Grand Gallery, I unveiled a new painting and gave a short speech to inspire the citizens who attended. That's when I was approached by a man claiming to be the Prince of Spain. He presented a rose which was taken by Major Howl, and well, I think you know the rest. Indeed we do, Your Majesty. Mesdames and messieurs of the court, what we have here is another testimony that establishes Prince Juan's guilt. And this is no ordinary testimony. It is the testimony of perhaps the most trustworthy man in all of France. Oh, you flatter me, prosecutor. But I am the trustworthiest in the kingdom, aren't I?
I have no doubt, Your Majesty. Nonetheless, I'd like to perform a cross-examination.
How dare you doubt your king? The utter nerve.
Oh, calm yourself, Judge. I have no qualms with standard legal procedure. Defense, please proceed. I want to see your best courtroom drama material. All right, what we testing? What's that king saying? We entered through the south entrance. That's incorrect, isn't it? You went through the east. Your Majesty, you said that you entered the Louvre from the south entrance. Indeed, we approached from the Hotel La Ville, so it was an easy riverside stroll. Are you sure that you entered the Louvre's south entrance?
Oh mon Dieu, Falcon, are you seriously tugging at this thread? The king himself just testified, under oath no less, that he entered through the south entrance. You can't possibly have any reason to call this fact into question.
I have a reason. I have ample reason, but answer the question, Your Majesty. Are you sure that you approached the Louvre from the south? Yes? Of course I'm sure. I know I'm getting on, Monsieur, but I'm not senile.
How dare you insult the king with such a stupid question? Not to mention wasting the court's time. The utter nerve.
Fuck. You have another question about the king's arrival at the south entrance? No. Alright. Passed through there with a little fanfare. And the Grand Gallery unveiled the new painting and gave a short speech. Oh, the Prince of Spain. Yeah, well, he's not the Prince of Spain, actually, so... Your Majesty, you say that you are presented with a rose by the Prince of Spain. Indeed, he formally introduced himself. I knew he was telling the truth because he called me Senor. Why did Major Hal take the rose? I find it curious that Major Hal snatched the rose before you could take it. Why did he do that? The Major has always been a protective fellow. I think he was just doing his diligence as a royal guard. And given how he took the figurative bullet for me, I would say that he did his job well. Well, I can't argue with that. Yes. Your Majesty, prosecutor, members of the court, brace yourselves, because I have a revelation that will turn this trial on its head. Juan Huerendillo is not the Prince of Spain.
That's not a revelation, Falcon.
It isn't.
Of course not. We all know that the current ruler is Queen Regent Isabella II, and that she has no children. The Huerdillos are obviously pretenders to the throne. Prince Juan's title is probably self-appointed.
His name's not even Juan. His name's not even Juan, dude. His name's not even Juan Huerdillo. I don't even think the fox is Spanish.
So what?
So what? That's important.
JJ, what's important is that this man is accused of committing murder and of conspiring to kill the king. That is what's in dispute here. The man's name is irrelevant. He could be named Juan Huerdillo or Bob Struney for all I care. It doesn't change the events that transpired on the morning of January 6th.
I suppose that's true. No. Well, shit. I have no more questions about Prince Juan. Alright, what do we got, actually? Let's check the old evidence. So we got, the chocolate ladies, fountain pen with green ink, Vulpes, the chocolate, the rose, and then the book. Now, Your Majesty, I'd like to ask you about your activities in the Grand Gallery. Please proceed. Maybe hear yeah, let's hear it. Could you give us a rendition of your speech? What, right now, without my cue cards? I'll give it a shot, I suppose. Mesdames and messieurs, welcome to the grand unveiling of my beautiful portrait. I don't claim to be the greatest king penguin to ever have reigned over France, nor the handsomest, nor the most competent. Some may argue that I'm not even top 10 material. But I am a humble king penguin. Some consider me to be the humblest king penguin of all time.
Your Honor, I object. This speech is a travesty. Sustained.
Yes. See anyone fucky? Aside from the Prince of Spain, do you see anyone out of the ordinary in the Grand Gallery? Why, monsieur, the Grand Gallery is always inhabited by artists. Everyone there is out of the ordinary. Nonetheless, can you think of anyone who stood out?
Is this question going somewhere, JJ, or are you blindly stabbing in the dark?
It's a perfectly fine question. Please answer, Your Majesty. Who did you see? Well, I don't know. I saw dozens of paintbrush-wielding, mustache-touting weirdos. Be specific, Your Majesty. I saw photographers and sculptors and sketches and hipsters and... Just what do you want me to say, monsieur?
Look what you've done, JJ. You've stressed the poor king out. Badgering the king, tut-tut. Absolutely disgusting behavior.
Oh shit, we are losing it here. No. This one. This is the last one, I guess. Your Majesty, you say that you passed through the Salle du Tribunal uneventfully. Indeed, we stopped briefly to look at the paintings and then moved on to the Grand Gallery. Could you elaborate? What did you see in the Salle du Tribunal? What did I see? Well, Roman stuff, mostly. I mean, aside from the Roman artifacts, for example, did you talk to someone in the room who wasn't a member of your entourage?
You're reaching, JJ. The king already testified that he passed through without encouraging anything of interest.
I have reason to believe that this was a key moment on the day of the murder. I want the king to elaborate on exactly what and who he saw.
Then I suppose you will have to proceed, Your Majesty.
All right, let me think. There was the giant doorstop, and then there was the copper urn thing. Oh, there was something else now that you ask. I was offered a box of chocolates by some peasant mademoiselle. I don't have much of a sweet tooth, but Major Hal was keen to accept a chocolate or two on my behalf.
What?
Did I say something startling, prosecutor?
No, please continue, Your Majesty.
I think the prosecution is startled because he came to the realization that I was not spouting drivel in the previous trial session.
Well, that's debatable.
To cut a long story short, Your Majesty, this mademoiselle may hold some relevance to the case at hand. Could you describe her? Really? She's relevant? Ooh, well, let me think. I didn't get a good look at her face, but she was a sorry-looking swan, probably in her late teens or early 20s. A young, sorry-looking swan, you say? I don't suppose her name was... Oh, it's this one. Mademoiselle That sounds familiar. Yes, I think that was it. She was called Mademoiselle I see. This is undoubtedly significant. Mademoiselle gave chocolates to Major Hal 10 minutes before he died.
Now, just 1 minute. I see what you're alluding to, JJ. You're suggesting that the gifted chocolates killed the Major. But that line of reasoning holds no weight because the evidence is circumstantial.
Circumstantial my tail feathers. The king just testified that Major Hal ate chocolates.
Yes, that much is no longer in dispute, but you still have not proved that the chocolates were poisoned. Without that, we must assume that the swan was merely offering a gift, rather than speculating that she is a murderer. Yes. Shame on you, defense, implicating a poor innocent girl like that. Absolutely disgusting. Why, I ought to end this trial.
Hold on, I do have evidence that the chocolate was in fact poisoned.
I don't believe you, JJ. If you had a piece of evidence that significant, you would have slammed it down already. Present it.
Well, I can't. It's not really the evidence folder type of evidence.
Why am I not surprised?
The drama was just getting good. Why'd you suddenly go all quiet?
Well, Your Majesty, it appears the defense just had a realization of his own. That is, that he lacks the evidence to support his theory. Since he cannot continue with his argument, I believe the cross-examination has come to an end.
I'm not done yet. Let me present my evidence. See, I had the chocolate wrapper back in my office and Spatterson ate it.
Stop, JJ, stop while you still have a little dignity. The result of whatever crackpot, pseudo-scientific experiment you performed does not constitute valid evidence. I think this trial is over, Your Honor. About bloody time. You may take your leave, Your Majesty.
Very well. I'm just pleased that the judge has been that justice has been thoroughly served. Look at my egg. Isn't it cool? Until the next assassination attempt. Adieu, messieurs.
I will now deliberate with the judge.
Objection! Sorry, I always wanted to do that. Spatterson, are you okay?
Yep, the doctor said that I have an iron stomach. Most of the poison passed straight through me. Speaking of which, I'd like to testify on that poisoned chocolate issue. I even got a doctor's note, see?
It's too late, the trial is over.
You can't be serious, Your Honor. The contents of that note could turn this entire trial on its head. You must allow it.
Why are you constantly arguing with me? I thought the job of a public prosecutor was to assist the judges.
I told you, Your Honor, my job isn't to get a guilty verdict. It's to ensure that justice is served.
I swear you're the worst prosecutor in all of France.
Go ahead, Spatterson, and read the contents of that note for the court to hear.
This patient, Spatterson, was submitted to the Salpierre Hospital, where he displayed a variety of symptoms. These included profuse sweating, rapid fever, and severe nausea. The patient was diagnosed with poisoning, probably originating from the plant known as
oh my god. I am gonna pronounce this. Aconite. Aconite.
From the plant known as aconite, aka monkshood, aka wolfsbane. When we questioned the patient, he admitted to having consumed a discarded chocolate wrapper, potentially carrying the poison. Examining the contents of the patient's stomach confirmed this to be true. As a mental health professional, I believe this patient to be clinical. Oh, we can skip that bit. Yada yada. Okay, there we go. Signed, Dr. Faltred.
Thank you, Spatterson. I don't even think we'll need to question you. Between your note and the King's testimony, every angle of the chocolate wrapper business has been covered.
Awesome. Well, wait, did you say the King is here?
You can get his autograph later.
Right. So what happens now? Do I get cross-examined by the prosecution or something? To be honest, I see little to cross-examine.
Do your damn job, prosecutor. Cross-examine that little annoying liar of a bird. Tear his testimony to shreds.
Your Honor, here's a note signed by a medical professional, definitively proving that the chocolate wrapper from the crime scene was poisoned. We could nitpick the details or delve into the doctor's credentials, but I fear it would be a waste of the court's time. Nobody wants that.
So what the hell do we do now?
We do nothing, Your Honor. This poison wrapper has introduced an element of doubt into the case. The prosecution must accept that. But is this level of doubt reasonable? Is it significant? I think the members of the jury will agree JJ's evidence is still tenuous. Tenuous. A step above circumstantial. You have proven a link, not wholly illogical link, but you haven't proved beyond doubt that Major Hal was killed by the chocolate. You are still making far too many assumptions. Where is the empiricism that is required by any good court of law? Where are the witnesses who can back up your claims?
The hunters, brother, the hunters.
Oh, I brought along a witness. Maybe she can help.
Who's it gonna be?
Oh, hello.
Shut the fuck up. I think this is her.
Oh, hello. You.
Spatterson, it's great to see you on your feet, but you've been an enormous asset to this case. What are you trying to pull off now?
Surprise witness. Surprise witness. Yes, I remember you mentioning that Kokoriko liked calling surprise witnesses, so I thought that we'd beat him at his own game. I brought the flower girl, Mademoiselle, so that she can testify about Prince Juan's blah blah blah. I don't remember what she said because I skipped the dialogue.
You're putting me in a difficult position, Spatterson. Just moments before you arrived, we, the court, established that Mademoiselle is a possible suspect for this case.
What? That can't be right.
Spatterson, if it's okay. Monsieur Falcon, I would like to testify.
You want to testify? You understand what you're agreeing to?
I do. I've accepted my fate.
Prosecutor, do you have any objections to me... Actually, Prosecutor, do you have any objections to me calling upon Mademoiselle as a witness?
No, none. Bearing in mind, of course, that you are here to defend Prince Juan, not convict Mademoiselle Hua. Prosecuting is my job.
Of course.
I have no objections either. Please proceed, witness. Speak the oath.
The oath?
Say that you swear to speak without hatred and without fear, to tell the whole truth and nothing but the truth.
I swear, Your Honor, I will speak without hatred and without fear, and to tell the whole truth and nothing but the truth.
Good, very good.
Please state your name and occupation for the court record.
My name is Catherine Marie, and I'm a flower seller.
Mademoiselle, tell the courtroom of your activities on the morning of the 7th of January.
Very well. I saw the king and his entourage enter the Louvre around 9 o'clock. I followed. When they came to a stop in the area, I stepped forward and offered the king a chocolate. He refused, but a guard, a big dog by the name of Major Howell, was happy to oblige. The guard died because I personally had previously added poison to the chocolates.
No, this can't be right.
I used poison derived from monkshood, a notoriously dangerous plant. As a flower seller, it was simple to acquire.
Why'd you do it, mademoiselle?
Why? Monsieur, people have tried to kill the king before, and people will try again. He's a vile man who has no respect or love for the people who suffer under him.
Wait, wasn't she Miss Piggy?
I didn't. Do better, the French people.
I don't believe that at all. Falcon, say something. Mademoiselle, are you being coerced or threatened? Speak freely.
No, monsieur. I'm confessing out of my own volition. It is my guilt and no one else's.
I like that. I like that a lot. Wow.
Well, defense, it looks like you've wormed a confession out of this murderous pute.
That's a great word, pute. I'm gonna use that more often. Shut the fuck up, you pute. That's actually really rude. I won't say that. Shut up, pute.
I suppose that gets your client, Prince Juan, completely off the hook. Lucky you. So, shall we wrap this court session up?
No. No, not yet. I have further questions for the witness, Your Honour.
Further questions? To what end? You've already proved your client's innocence.
I wish to uncover the truth.
You aren't here to uncover the truth. You're here to defend Prince Juan, and you've done that job with a disgusting level of diligence.
Nonetheless, I believe that Mademoiselle has admitted something of huge importance. I wish to question her further.
Something of huge importance? I won't allow it.
Fine. Can I at least show something to the witness?
You and the prosecutor are a right pair of moralising blowhards, aren't you? You're doing my head in. Fine. If it will shut you up, I'll let you show one magical mystery item to the witness. Can't imagine you'll have anything up your sleeve to change the flow of this trial, though.
Monsieur Falcon, save it. I have nothing more to say.
Tickets, brother. Please take a look at these, mademoiselle.
Train ticket stubs.
Look at the names.
Papa and Mama. In Vienna, really? Are they really safe?
They are. The tickets were arranged courtesy of the Fox.
Then that means the wolf has nothing to hold over me. I can speak freely.
Indeed, go ahead, mademoiselle.
What are you two muttering about down there?
I'm amending my testimony, Your Honor. Members of the court, everything I said as today has been the truth. I did go to the Louvre on the 7th of January. I did present a box of poison chocolates to the king. Except it was not of my volition. I was threatened. I was forced to carry out the task under threat of harm. You see, my family has been struggling to get by. The winter has been harsh, and my flower business has been struggling. One day, a man approached me, and then I assumed to be kind-hearted. This man offered me about 200 francs to get us through the cold. But I could not afford to repay the debts. When I attempted to bargain with the man, he offered me a deal. Assist him with the murder, and he would drop all debts. Refuse, and he would ruin me and my parents. I obliged, because the alternative meant death for those I love. The name of the man who did this is Judge Romulus! It's him, dude!
Well, I'm fucking out of here. Ha! What a creative story. This is obviously a last-minute desperate attempt at passing the buck. The sheer laziness of this girl to accuse a man she's never met before. She's blatantly floundering. Indeed, I've heard dozens of these self-pitying yarns during my time as a prosecutor. although admittedly this is the first time I've seen a witness directly accuse a judge. Quite a brazen gambit. But in any case, these sorts of stories never turn out to be true. They are always proven to be fabrications born of desperation.
I've never been more honest, monsieur.
Listen, mademoiselle. I would like to believe your story, but accusing a man, a judge no less, of conspiring to murder the king is a hugely serious accusation. Do you have any proof to support your story?
Proof?
You say the judge lent you money, then you both must have signed a contract when you made the transaction. That contract would suffice as proof.
The contracts were all verbal. He said the money was a gift at first, and only later said that I had to repay him.
How convenient. Of course, this supposed contract doesn't exist. The mademoiselle has no proof because her story's a blatant lie. Falcon, you have to do something. Do we have anything to link Judge Romulus to mademoiselle's... Link? Of course. Members of the court, I know for certain that mademoiselle's story is true. I can say with certainty that Judge Romulus has made contact with Mademoiselle in the past. I know this because at this very moment I'm holding a key piece of evidence that links Judge Romulus directly to the crime scene. The pen, dude. Somehow. I don't know how, but the pen. Green ink? Maybe do judges only use green ink? So someone told me that only admirals, or no, ship captains use green ink. I have a green pen, and I have it on me at all times whilst I'm at work. It's my pen that I use. It's really good, and yeah, it's just green. I don't have it because it's green. I have it just because it was a pen that was lying around one day. I was like, all right, cool. I always need a pen on me, so I'm just gonna carry this one around. But yeah, someone told me that, like, only the ship's captain in the Navy is allowed to use a green pen. I was like, okay, there you go. I know this pen belongs to Judge Romulus, that much is obvious. But if I were to present it right now, it wouldn't prove anything. I have to find a link between the judge and the crime scene. What are you waiting for, defense? Show us this supposed piece of evidence of my meddling.
I don't know. What do you reckon? What could it be? What could it be? Is it the rose? What links him there? Mousy? Did he know? Item business card, the chocolate wrapper. Book Prince Juan. Everyone, take a look at this. This item ties the judge directly into the scene of the crime.
You're gonna have to elaborate, JJ. How exactly does it do that?
Oh, I'm not sure.
Useless. You're wasting everyone's time, defense.
Fuck. I know I have something that proves Judge Romulus had a hand in the crime. Is it this? Everyone take a look at this. This item ties the judge directly to the scene of the crime. You have to elaborate. Don't know. You're useless. Lost favor. Fuck. What could it be? It isn't the rose, is it? Fuck. Clearly proven that your client is innocent by tracking down the real murderer. Your job is done. But, Your Honor, I'm afraid the judge is in the right here, JJ. Oh, wait.
I'm afraid the judge is in the right here, JJ. It's obvious that you want to exonerate this mademoiselle, and that's admirable. But it's also obvious that you don't have the evidence to support your claims right here and now. Let this go. This mademoiselle can defend herself in her own trial. So we're in agreement, prosecutor. Are we ready to wrap this up? We are. I have no further questions for the defense for mademoiselle. Then I shall now converse with the jury to decide Prince Juan's verdict, although I suspect this won't take too long.
Don't worry, mademoiselle, we'll get you out of this. Won't we, Falcon? Like, I don't think we... I wonder if that's a story thing. Like, no, you actually have nothing for this.
Sparrowson, you're clearly a caring individual, but this outcome is for the best.
How the hell is this for the best?
My parents are safe. That's all I wanted.
Your parents? But what about you?
Well, that deliberation was straightforward. We find the defendant, Prince Juan Huadillo, to be cleared of all charges. We therefore find the defendant not guilty.
Woo! Your Honor, what will happen to me?
Well, you haven't been formally tried yet. But fortunately for you, we have a free trial slot this afternoon. We should be able to determine your guilt by nightfall. You may even see the blade of the guillotine by tomorrow. How lucky.
Oh, shit!
You look scared, mademoiselle. Don't fret. They sharpen the guillotine blades regularly. Nobody here likes gallows humour. Whatever. Court's adjourned.
I think this is goodbye. Thank you, Monsieur Falcon. Monsieur Sparrowson. You did your best.
It can't end like this.
This
Isn't how wanted things to go, Senor Falcon. No, me neither. We mustn't blame ourselves. You made an admirable effort to save everyone. What good is effort if these are the results I produce? Tell me, Senor Falcon, do you know why I hired you as my defense lawyer? I really don't. I hired you because I thought you were a lawyer with a philosophy, an ideal. And I stand by that. You are a man with a strong ideal. It's just unrefined, like an unpolished gemstone. I am sure that given enough time, your ideal will become refined and you will come to live up to your reputable family name. The Falcon name is reputable? I didn't know that. He's not talking about... Never mind. In any case, here's your payment. I don't deserve this. Keep it. I dragged you into this. It's only fair that I compensate you for your time. I think this is the last you will see of Prince Juan. Feel free to come by R&M Associates if you need any help in the future, Senor Falcon. Impressive, JJ. You actually managed to successfully defend your client. So when are you going to be in charge of prosecuting Mademoiselle... Probably. Probably. Why? Do you think you can get her a reduced sentence? For attempting to murder the king? I empathize with the Mademoiselle JJ, but I'm not a miracle worker. No lawyer can save the flower girl now. I'm going to get a drink. Yeah, me too. As am I, chat, as am I. That'll do. Let's return. Do I remember the July Revolution? Of course. How could I ever forget? The chanting, the violence, the smell of gunpowder. The 3 glorious days. See, these are real birds. Look at that. That's fucked up. Clay on Twitter. Fuck. Oh my god, look at that. Look at that dodo. The storm monitor, the Bastille, brother. Oh! Whoa, look at this artwork. Holy moly, look how good it is. And look at that actual real pigeon. Did you see that? Act 3, The Sleeping City. Can't believe he's skipping work again. I swear if I find that moping bird brain at Le Canard Joyeux. Ah, finally. Good morning, Falcon. Morning, No, wait, it's 2 in the afternoon. That means the official greeting is, where the hell have you been, lazy bones? Ugh. It's far too early for this level of roasting. Past the Cabernet Sauvignon. Past the Cabernet Sauvignon. No way, we've got important business to discuss and I can't do that if you're half drunk. Mon Dieu, give me a break. I haven't had a good night's sleep since the trial. Something on your mind? Actually, yes, it's what that wolf judge said about a revolution. Pshaw, the guy was off his rocker. Besides, if we worried about every potential French revolution, we'd never get any work done at all, am I right? Yeah, maybe you're right. Worrying doesn't do us any good. Tell me about the important business you wanted to discuss. Oh, yes, the business. A letter. This one's from the Paris Police Department. Fancy wax seal and everything. That is indeed a fancy seal. Well, go ahead, Sparrowson. You have the honors. All right. Monsieur Falcon, meet me on the rooftop cafe opposite the Palais de Bastille. I have a proposal. Regards, Inspector Volerty. Ugh. That's it? How terse. Volerty's letter has been added to your evidence folder. Proposal from the inspector. Interesting. Do you have any idea what proposal he has in mind? Not a clue. So, are we going to meet him and find out? Yeah, I guess. Don't know what sort of proposal the inspector has in mind, but we'd be foolish to reject it without even hearing him out. Grab your coat. Alright, no dilly-dallying, I like it. Oh, but before I forget, I need to drop by the hospital at some point. What did you eat this time? No, it's not like that. Well, not entirely. I need to pay the bill for my last visit. Oh, that's reasonable. Sure, we can pay a visit, but the inspector's call should take priority, I think. A new day, January 25. Oh, yeah. Palais de la Bastille. Our rooftop cafe overlooking the Bastille Square is the perfect spot for a friendly rendezvous. What a detailed map. Brr. It's far too cold to be meeting on a rooftop cafe. Why couldn't the inspector have chosen a comfier location? Who knows? Perhaps the inspector likes the view because it reminds him of his days guarding the old Bastille under the Ancient regime. Wait, do you think the inspector worked here during the ancient regime? Do you think that's how he got his war wounds? It was a joke, Sparrowson. I'm pretty sure the inspector isn't that old. Well. Oh, it's Cocorico. Well. It's bad. That's bad for my throat. Oh, man. Severin, what are you doing here? Settle down, JJ. Just like you, I was invited here by the inspector. What can he want with all three of us? It's hardly unusual for the lawyers and the police of France to collaborate.
The inspector probably had a big investigative role that requires all hands on deck. A big investigative role sounds juicy.
Look at his... Ew! Ew, I've never noticed. Look at his human hands. You reckon they're covered in feathers, or they're all, like, meaty, like... You reckon that bird could just slap you in the face with, like, his meat hands? That's fucked up. Ugh.
Oh, by the by, did you hear what happened to Judge Romulus? No, what? Turns out that he acquired his position as judge through illegal means, so a warrant has been put out for his arrest. He's a wanted man. He acquired his position through illegal means? What does that even mean? I'm a little hazy on the details. Something about pushing another judge into the CN.
I can believe that.
Anyway, I'm sure he'll be caught before long. Nobody manages to escape the long arm of the law together. I mean, forever. Speaking of which...
Yeah, good. You're all here.
Excuse me, Monsieur, Mr. Inspector Volteri, sir? Falcon and I were wondering, did you get your injuries while defending the old Bastille prison? Don't drag me into this, you fool. I was joking.
You impudent whelps, I'm not that old. I sustained these injuries when in the July Revolution, 18 years ago. I was a royal guard, just a lowly peon. The air was thick with gunpowder and blood.
Oh, great, now you've set him off.
We were given the order to charge at a rebel barricade. My comrades and I fastened our bayonets. Suddenly, boom! Without warning, a gunpowder keg exploded. My comrades were dead. I was heavily wounded. That's when I looked up and saw a looming figure standing between the gargoyles of Notre Dame. It was the Viridian killer himself.
This is a fascinating story, Inspector, but perhaps you could tell us why we're here.
Oh, right. Of course. Why we're here. What I'm about to tell you is to remain strictly confidential, you understand? It's a matter of national security. As you've probably heard, France is under threat from a certain heinous group.
Hipsters. Revolutionaries. Revolutionaries.
Indeed, rebels. There's a storm brewing in the shadows of Paris. We, the Paris Police Department, have known about it for months, no, years. In every tavern and on every street corner, people talk of organizing protests and overthrowing the government. The king has ordered for public gatherings to be dispersed and the newspapers to be censored, but the whispers of dissent remain.
No surprise there. If you take away an angry citizen's ability to speak, they'll just get even angrier.
Indeed. And that's why it's paramount that we find and strike at the heart of the rebel group as soon as possible. For that, I need your help.
What exactly do you want us to do?
Interview citizens, scout locations, find the secret rebel meeting location that escapes the eyes of the police.
Do we have any leads?
Just one. Rosebud. We know that the rebels are having weapons supplied to them by a crooked merchant who's only referred to as the Croque Monsieur.
Like the sandwich?
What?
The Croque Monsieur, it's a hot sandwich. Cheese, ham, a little bechamel. Throw in some peppers, if it's a Friday night.
This has nothing to do with sandwiches. Croque Monsieur is the alias of an accomplished and notoriously dangerous arms dealer. In any case, that's everything the Parisian police know.
That's everything? That's all you have to demonstrate after years of tracking?
Naturally, as a public prosecutor, it is my duty to help the police with their investigative work. I would be honored to lend any and all assistance. Suck up.
That's very good to hear, Monsieur Cocorico. But what about you, Falcon?
Well, to be honest, Inspector, I don't quite understand why you're asking me. I'm a private defense attorney. I work for citizens who get stuck in legal trouble. Rebel hunting isn't quite my forte.
You want to know why I'm asking you? Look around you, Falcon. We're surrounded by corruption and incompetence. The judges are bloodthirsty wolves, the jailers are thieving ravens, and the National Guard are sitting ducks. Look at the slackers and dullers who supposedly protect and serve this country. No one cares about justice anymore. You saw my shameful display at the previous trials. Those are the results I produce with imbeciles to assist me. But you three,
You care. Falcon, I saw you defending Dame Catelyn and Prince Juan. I heard your escapades around the city, frantically collecting evidence and interviewing witnesses. Frankly, you did more investigative work over the last month than I've seen any policeman do in a year. Not including myself, of course.
But Dame Catelyn...
Doesn't matter. You have passion and conviction, and you aren't a total bird brain. By my book, that makes you a fantastic investigator, even if that is not in your job description. What do you say? Do you want to sit around your office twiddling your thumbs, your human-like meat thumbs, until another pointless job offer falls in your lap? Or do you want to take this opportunity to do something great and help us track down the animals who wish to harm our glorious nation?
Yeah, sure. MP, I'd be honored to help my country, Inspector. Consider us on board.
Excellent. Just what I wanted to hear.
I had no idea you were such a patriot, JJ.
There's nothing wrong with a little national pride.
Yeah, pride's all fine and all, but do we get any compensation for this?
Of course, here's $50. You'll receive another 50 American US dollars upon the completion of your work.
50 United States dollars? Oh, we're being undersold.
Hush, Barrison, this is a great opportunity.
I don't want to keep you waiting any longer than necessary. You already have all the key facts of the investigation. Find the elusive Croc Monsieur. Find where the rebels are congregating. Those are your 2 tasks. I will check up on your progress in 3 weeks' time. See what you can accomplish by then.
I'll be doing my own independent investigation into the rebel group, JJ, so I suppose this is a competition of sorts. Try to keep up with me.
Don't make me laugh, Severin. I'll have all the rebel leaders behind bars before you even have your first suspect. Come on, Sparrison. We have a Croque Monsieur to hunt.
Okay, let's go. He goes, oh, Falcon Sang. I knew a little competition would kick those bird brains into gear. Well, Inspector, this has been a productive meeting. I should probably start my investigation into the Croque Monsieur too.
Not so fast, Cocorico. There is something else we need to discuss.
Secrets. Alright. Investigation begins, but alas, the stream ends. I was only going to do a short one today. I'm going to save my throat. I took a little bit more damage than I was willing to take this afternoon, unfortunately, so sorry about that. But, in any case, our adventures will continue. We've wrapped up a case. This is also a good point. Or, I believe, some Death Stranding. Now, this one will not have any commentary. It will not have any archive either. So just on Twitch for 14 days and then it's gone. Just chill. Look at the beauty of how good Death Stranding is. It's the best game of all time. Oh my god, it's so fun. It's so good. It's so good. I don't know about all time, but it's definitely top 9. Definitely top 9. Alright, see ya.